Hello and happy Friday. This week I have been working on getting everyone onto the new system so we can have that tested by our end users and be able to get them trained and using the system. So what that has equated to is actually a lot of meetings this week with the end users, and I'm going to actually use my IT shout out this week to shout out to my end users who have been extremely helpful this week, and it's been kind of a last minute discussion a lot of times, and these discussions have taken like 2 or 3 hours multiple times this week, and so I want to shout out especially to Lauren Brummett and Mary Zatopek and Laura Reed, who have made themselves available last minute to be able to have a conversation with me for 2 hours about really minute details that have a huge impact on how we create the system. And so that is my IT shout out. And Mary Benarth has also been extremely helpful with that, and so has Jeff Brummett. So Mary Zatopek actually has access to the production Salesforce, the new one, and will be using it today. Hopefully has some time to get into it. BDC has already been in there and have been testing it a little bit and have found some issues, and we are working on it. And so I've also been doing a lot of tests of making sure that I'm able to speak accurately on what happens to the data if certain things happen by you. So what happens if you merge 2 accounts in the old system? How does that look in the new system? Or what if you merge 2 accounts in the new system and you add an opportunity to the 2 accounts in the old system that were not merged? Does that create the opportunity? Does it not? And so these are things that are just good for us to know so that we can handle our data appropriately when we're on both systems. But we are trying to minimize the time that we're on both systems, because the longer we're on both systems, the more problems that we'll have. May the last one burn into flames. The thing that has held up the BDC really being in there is that all of our leads are coming over. The problem is that once we convert the lead and move it to an opportunity, it breaks down at some point, and it's kind of buggy is not the right word, but you get my point that it's not working how we intended, so that what happens is all these leads that are converted are actually still, they look like they're still open. And so when we are looking up a customer's phone number or name or something, then we're getting all this data showing that it's open. It's really hard for the BDC to navigate that. And when you're trying to have a conversation with a customer and trying to minimize the amount of time, this is when this becomes an issue. So we're working through that. We believe we have a fix that will be rolling out at the latest Monday. We're like this close, so close to piloting. I feel it. We're almost there. And then through all these administrative meetings and kind of thinking about where we are now and how we want to plan ahead so that we can roll this out as fast as possible, but the best product that we can within a reasonable time frame, we received a graph from Dealer Team that shows us kind of where the work has gone into, and I thought it was a really powerful graph because it puts to a visual what I've been droning on about for months now, is that the holdup has been the data migration, and all the work has been the data migration. There are reasons that the data migration has taken long, and we know that our data is bad, but we still wanted to keep all of our data, and so being able to accommodate that has been time consuming. So that is what I got for you guys. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and you will see my face again on next Friday, hopefully with more exciting news. So
lights waving in my direction. Come on. 5-4 asking me what's in my possession. Yeah, I keep running, jumping the aqueducts, fire hydrants and hazardous smoke alarms on the back of us. But mama, don't cry for me, ride for me, try for me, live for me, breathe for me, sing for me. Honestly, guiding me, I can be more than I gotta be. Stole from me, lied to me, nation hypocrisy, code on me, driving me wicked. My spirit is fire.